But of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
Next to score, NFC 7, AFC nothing.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
First carry for James Conner. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be at it.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Gurley. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And touchdown. James Conner, 78 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first. Down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the NFC adds on all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 69 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
There, a nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Breeze now to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 29.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage of the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Gets through, and now an opening. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in the...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Saquon Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Barkley, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right, and he's got the hook up to Landry. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes steps away. He's going to take off with it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball, as we're saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes being chased out left. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him, and he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC adds on to their lead. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who can also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go. He's got a man. Complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze is looking to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Breeze to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. Some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So A very interesting call.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the AFC going to use